Okay, we are here at Crowder's Mountain State Park in North Carolina. I'm going to be doing a shakedown hike. Going to test out all my gear, test out my tent and test out my stove. I've already tested my stove and actually cooked something on my stove and get kind of used to how everything works. It's also been an experience trying to get used to how everything packs into my pack. But I thought this would be a good opportunity to take some time and explain to you in some detail what my hike on the Appalachian Trail is going to be like. I'm going to be doing what is called a flip-flop hike. Now, there are many versions of flip-flop hikes, but the version I'm going to be doing is one of the most common. I'm going to be starting at Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, April 17th, and going north to Mount Katahdin, Maine, which is the northern terminus of the Appalachian Trail. My wife Ann will be meeting me there. We will then drive back through New England, take a week, kind of relax and chill and do a little sightseeing and get back to Harper's Ferry, and then she'll drop me off, and then I will go south and I will finish the trail at Springer Mountain. The reason I'm doing this is, there's several reasons I'm doing this. Number one is weather. When you do it this way, it is said that you hike north with spring and hike south with fall. And you're getting the best of the weather all along the way. Not too hot, not too cold. The second reason I'm doing this is because the Appalachian Trail is actually mountainous at both ends, both the north and the south, and then the middle of it is relatively flat. So I'm going to be starting in a relatively flat part. And I'll be able to develop my trail legs and get my stamina up and get used to carrying my pack and so on and so forth on relatively flat ground. Of course, nothing is ever flat. You're always going up and down to a certain extent, but there are no real mountains in Maryland and Pennsylvania. And so that's where I'll get my trail legs under me. The third reason I'm doing it is that I want to avoid what is called the bubble. The bubble is northbound hikers. The vast majority of hikers, and this year it's estimated there's going to be close to 3,000 of them, take off and hike northbound. Due to weather, they leave within about a 6-week window. Some leave the second or third week in February. The vast majority of them leave in March. And so you've got 3,000 people hiking on a trail that was never designed to carry 3,000 people at one point. In some cases, 100 people leave Springer Mountain in a given day. And they come to the first shelter, and the first shelter is designed to accommodate 12 people. So you can imagine what happens. People fan out, they tromp down the vegetation, they just basically really create a mess. And I want to avoid that. This will, hiking the way I'm going to do it, I will still have company, but I will avoid the crowds. Now, as far as the hike itself, my intent is to hike in basically 10-day increments. Ann will send me a box every 10 days. There will be pre-designated spots where I will stop. I will load up and resupply. I will walk for 10 days. During that 10-day period, I will stop 2, maybe 3 times, hitchhike into a town, and get some intermediate supplies. But basically, when I reach my 10-day destinations, I will take what is called a 0 day. I will hopefully get into a town late in the afternoon one day. I will have made arrangements to stay at either a hostel or a cheap motel. I'll take a shower, get cleaned up, sleep in a nice bed, get a decent meal under my belly, and then the whole next day I will have for doing a resupply, opening my box that has come from Ann, doing laundry, eating well, kind of relaxing and chilling, and then I'll take off on the next day. So that's basically what it's going to be. It all looks good on paper, but the Appalachian Trail is said to be a trip of 5 million steps, and after 5 million steps, I'm sure things are going to differ somewhat. But that's what my intent, and that's what we're going to start out with. So I will be sending videos along the way. I hope you'll follow me, and I hope you enjoy what I'm doing. Thank you.